morning to you all students. Welcome to English 2 class 12. We are doing this one, the Tempest. Now see here, date 15/6/2020, class 12, the Tempest, Act 4, Scene 1, page 102. Here we have seen these three characters, Stefano, Trinculo and Caliban. They have hatched a plan to kill Prospero. Now Ariel has brought all these three characters before Prospero's cell. Now here they are going to kill Prospero. Caliban is instigating Stefano to go inside the cave, inside the cell, and kill Prospero. Then the island will become, you can say, theirs. Theirs means of Stefano and Caliban and Trinculo. Stefano will become the king of that island, and Caliban will be his slave. That is what we are going to see. But this plan, Stefano, Trinculo and Caliban's plan fails. Ariel has brought these three characters, and Ariel awakes Prospero while he was sleeping in the cave. So their work, their act, their plan fails here. See here, page number 102. Line number we have here 200. Caliban speaks. Caliban says here. Caliban tells Stefano what he says. Prithee means I request you. My king, be quiet. In other words, I entreat you to keep silent, my lord. I request you, my lord, to keep silent or to keep quiet. Seest thou here? Seest thou here means, now see. This is the mouth of the cell. This is the door of the cell or entrance. This is the entrance of the cell. No noise and enter. Do not make sounds and enter into the cave. Do that good mischief. Do that, you can say, good mischief. Commit that murder. Commit the murder, you can say, of Prospero. So go and cause such harm. Such harm means, such you can say, act. Murder, the act of murder. Go and cause such harm to that man. To that man, you can say, is Prospero. To Prospero, as may result in good to all of us. So they will cause such a harm, and it will result, you can say, in good of all these three characters, Stefano, Caliban and Trinculo. So go and cause such harm to that man called Prospero, as may result in good to all of us. Once Prospero is killed, then these three characters will dominate the, you can say, island. Stefano will become the king of that island. Caliban will be his slave, and Trinculo his assistant. Stefano's, you can say, assistant will be Trinculo. So do that good mischief which may make this island, thine own forever. So go inside the cave and commit the murder of Prospero, and this island will become ours thereafter, after killing Prospero. And I die Caliban, and I will become, you can say, your slave, and make of me your humble slave. Once you kill Prospero, you will become the king of this island, and make of me your humble slave to serve you always. I will be always ready to serve serve you, or you can say Caliban will be always ready to serve Stephano. For I thy foot licker, I will remain always your humble slave, and always I will be ready to serve you. Now see here, Stephano. What Stephano says? Give me thy hand. Now here, Stephano, you can say, is asking Caliban, let me shake hands with you. Give me thy hand. Let me shake hands with you. I too begin to have bloody thoughts, and I had, you can say, really begun to have murderous thoughts. I had these murderous thoughts, or I had, you can say, I had thought to kill Prospero. Now Trinculo says, seeing the gaudy garments, Trinculo sees, you can say, around, and he sees gaudy garments, shining garments, exactly like new garments. Seeing the gaudy garments hanging on a line, there you can say one line, and on that line these gaudy garments are kept. Gaudy garments are hung over there. What Trinculo says? O King Stephano, he says, O my lord, you can say Stephano, O peer, O my companion, O worthy Stephano, O my esteemed Stephano. Esteemed means respected. So, O worthy Stephano, O respected Stephano, or O my respected Stephano, my respected Stephano. Look what a wardrobe here is for thee. Look at this, you can say, gaudy garments. They are, you can say, for you. See what excellent garments are here for you to wear. Look at this, you can say, excellent garments for you to wear. Caliban now. Caliban says, Caliban tells Trinculo, let it alone, thou fool. He says, don't touch those garments. Forget it. You are a fool to think of that garment. Think of those garments. You make yourself, you can say, a fool. You make yourself a big fool. We are busy with something else. We have to commit the murder, you can say, of Prospero, and then become the, you can say, of course, possess this island and become, you can say, here Stephano's, you can say, slave, and Stephano will become the king of this island. So let it alone. Do not touch these garments. He says, let it alone. Do not touch these garments. Thou fool, you can say, you are a fool. It is but thrash. They are nothing but worthless stuff. These gaudy garments which you see, they are, you can say, of a small value. So he says here, they are nothing but worthless stuff. Now Trinculo, what Trinculo says? Oh monster. He says, oh you monster. Trinculo tells Caliban, oh you monster. You know what belongs to a free perry. He is now, you can say, saying that. We know that the value even of old clothes. We know even the value of old clothes. Free perry means an old clothes, you can say, shop where old clothes are sold. So we know the value even of old clothes which are obtained from a shop selling second-hand stuff. So we know the shop, free perry, where old, you can say, old clothes are sold. Oh King Stephano, look at these fine garments. Stephano, look at these fine garments. He, you can see, just points towards those gaudy garments. Now Stephano says, put off that gown. He says, remove that gown. Take off that gown from your, you can say, body. Remove that gown from your body. Trinculo, by this hand. Trinculo says, Trinculo, I swear by these hands. I swear by this hand of mine that I will have that gown. I will have that gown and I will wear that gown. I shall have that gown because I want to wear it. So I swear by this hand, I will thrash you. If you don't, you can say, forget that garments. I want to wear those garments. Now Trinculo says, thy grace shall have it. Trinculo tells Stephano, your highness, you shall certainly have this gown. My lord, or your highness, you shall certainly have these garments. Caliban, the dropsy drowned this fellow. He says, may this fellow be diseased. Or you can say here, may the disease called dropsy overwhelm and torment this fool. May this disease called dropsy be inflicted on this man called, you can say here, Trinculo. So the dropsy drown this fool. What do you mean? He is asking. What do you mean to dote thus on such luggage? So he says, what do you mean by your craving for this rubbish thing, to these garments? That is what he says here. What do you mean by your craving for this rubbish stuff, that is garments? Let's along and do the murder first. He says, let's pay no attention to, you can say, this kind of gaudy garments. First of all, we have to commit the murder of Prospero and murder Prospero first. He says, first of all, we have to murder Prospero, kill Prospero. If he wake from toe to crown, he will feel our skins which pinches. He says now, Caliban, you can say here, Caliban says, if he wake, if Prospero wakes up, he will feel our skins which pinches from head to foot. So once Prospero, you can say, gets up from, you can say, his bed, he will feel our, you can say, body with acute pain from head to foot. So from toe to crown, he will feel our skins which pinches. So he will feel our skins which pinches from head to foot. Make us strange stuff and will make us miserable, and our condition will become miserable if Prospero gets up. So first of all, commit the murder of Prospero, then you will think of something else, either garments or something else. Now Stefano, what Stefano says? Stefano tells Trinculo. Stefano tells Caliban. Be you quiet, monster. He says, keep quiet, you monster. Caliban, you are a monster and you keep quiet. Mistress Line is not this my jerkin. He says, Mistress Line. Here, line, you can say, is personified. Line, that you can say, on that line, clothes are, you can say, hung. So, gaudy clothes are, gaudy garments are hung or kept. So he says, Mistress Line, is not this my jerkin? Is this jacket not meant for me? Mistress Line, is this jacket meant for me? The question, you can say, is putting. Is this jacket meant for me? Now is the jerkin under the line. Now you can say, says, now the jerkin has been taken off the line. Now the jerkin, you can say, is removed from the, you can say, line. So now is the jerkin under the line. Now jerkin, you are like to lose your hair. And then you can say, it says here, now jerkin, you have crossed the line. That is the equator. Now jerkin, you have crossed the line. That is, you can say, equator. At equator, then you can say is maximum heat, because that is close to the sun. So maximum heat, you can say, we have at the equator. So he says here that now jerkin, you have crossed the line. That is the equator, line, the equator. Alright, now say here. And now jerkin, you are like to lose your hair. And you shall thereafter suffer from a violent fever, because it has, you can say here, of course, cross the line, cross the, you can say, equator. So he says here, you shall therefore suffer from a violent fever. You will get, you can say, violent fever. Okay, and shall lose all, you can say, your hair. And once a man gets, you can say, of course, high fever, he loses, you can say, his hair. As a result of that, as a result of, you can say, getting high fever, the man, you can say, will lose, you can say, his hair. You shall become bald. And once, you can say, man loses hair, he becomes, you can say, bald. But in this context, the jerkin, you can say, is taken off. It has gone, you can say, here, crossed, you can say, here, the equator. So jerkin, you can say, is personified. Jerkin, you will get, you can say, high fever, and jerkin will become, you can say, here, threadbare. Jerkin will become a threadbare. What is jerkin? Jerkin is a jacket. All right. Now say here Tringle. What Tringle says? Do we steal by line and level. Now what he says here? Line and level. These are you can say used by mason. Those you can say build house. They put you can say bricks, cement, sand, and then bricks. Okay, they have you can say line and level to make it level, and then of course they erect the wall. So do we steal by line and level. So here what Tringle says, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. We steal by line and level. He says here, I agree with you. What you have said. We have removed you can say these garments, these you can say jerkins, jackets in a systematic manner. We have removed you can say, we have removed these garments in a systematic manner, just as instruments called line and level are used to find perpendicular lines. So line and level are used to find perpendicular lines systematically. Likewise, systematically we have removed garments from the line. So it is used, line and level are used to find perpendicular lines and horizontal lines. So likewise, you can say we have removed jerkin or jackets systematically. Then see what happens here. We steal by line and level. Aren't your grace? Aren't your grace? He is asking. So now see what he says here. I hope your highness is pleased with this action of ours. So I hope, you can say here, your highness is pleased with our action of ours. We have removed, you can say, jackets. So I hope you are, of course, happy with this, you can say, our act. Now Stefano, what Stefano says? I thank thee for that jest. He says, I thank you for that joke. I thank you for the joke you have made. I thank you for the joke you have made. Here is a garment for it. So as a reward, I will give you, you can say, one garment. So here, take this garment from me as a reward for the joke you have made. Take this garment as a reward from me because you have, you can say, cracked a joke. Then say here, for it, which shall not go, you can say, unrewarded while I am of this country, while I am king of this country. He says, you have of course passed, you can say, a veterinary mark, and since I am the king, you can say, of this island, so your veterinary mark will not be, you can say, forgotten, but of course you will be given, you can say, one reward. That is what you can say. He says here, which shall not go unrewarded. A veterinary mark will always be rewarded as long as I am the king of this country, of this island. Steal by line and level. You have used, you can say, very good, of course, you can say here idiom, line and level. You use the idiom steal by line and level. Steal by line and level. You have used, you can say, this idiom. This idiom, you can say, you have used. The use of this, you can say, idiom is a capital, you can say here, trust. The use of this idiom, you can say, is a capital trust. That is an excellent stroke of wit. Here he says capital, you can say, capital trust. That is an excellent stroke of wit. An excellent wit you have said. I stole it by line and level. So you have said, you can say here, excellent wit. Alright, now say here, there is another garment for it. Here, take one more garment as your reward for this excellent wit. Now Tringle says, Tringle tells Caliban. He says here, monster, you monster Caliban, come and apply some, you can say, sticky substance on your fingers. Come, put some lime upon your fingers. Apply some sticky substance on your finger. So come and apply some sticky substance to your hands, to your fingers, so that the garments you remove from the line, may stick to your fingers. So it will stick to your hands, it will stick to your fingers. Then you can say, it says here, We can go away and take these garments with us. We can say.